Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. 2023 Chhattisgarh elections is a high-stakes battle between Congress and BJP. But what are the challenges for BJP on the ground? Is it an easy going for the party which has ruled the state for 15 years? Bhupesh Baghel government is riding high on several factors like paddy procurement, MSP, self-help groups of women who are self-reliant. So all of these are factors which are in favor of the Bhupesh Baghel government. So what are the chances of BJP forming the government this time? Joining me now is BJP leader Sidharth Nath Singh, who's also the media head here in the state. Thank you so much for joining on the Federal. Sidharth, I would really like to know from you that, I've been roaming around in Chhattisgarh for the last 3-4 days. The perception which we are given to understand is that Congress has an advantage. Why is this perception?
I'll tell you, for 4.5 years, he created a perception, Bhupesh Baghel, as if he's doing everything. To give an example, he said that the rice or the paddy procurement, the price of 2,500 or 2,600 is being given by Bhupesh Baghel, the Congress. But the fact of the matter is there is an MSP. An MSP of 2,100 comes from central government. And they only add 500 or 600 as a bonus. But that perception was created because he was managing the media. He managed the entire influencers, the YouTubers, everybody. And there were certain weaknesses which I would admit at our end that we never exposed it that way. But in last few months, I would say, the BJP has very aggressively exposed all these perceptions and has driven these issues down to the ground. Now, once people are coming and they're hearing and they're finding, no, it is a reality, for example, the paddy procurement, that perception is going. So if I would say there were 100 farmers, now there would be about 65 farmers who believe, yes, it is Modi who's giving.
But are you saying in very clear terms that this paddy procurement or this whole hullabaloo about the paddy procurement is just a complete hoax by Baghel government?
You tell me, isn't there an MSP? Who gives MSP? It's the central government. I'm not trying to give a perception. I'm just speaking on facts. Now those facts I needed to bring it down to the people, which we have done. And I'm saying at least 65% of the population of the farmers, they do believe. Now, for example, he says Qarz Maafi. Now, Qarz Maafi is what? Loan waiver. To whom? The loan waiver, he says there are only 22 lakh or 23 lakh farmers which are registered. There is a data which says there are 35 lakh farmers. Now,
he also claims the landless laborers, the small and marginal farmers.
Hear me first. So, from there, 22 lakh. Now, he says Qarz Maafi, but doesn't specify to whom. Now, if you read the between the lines or the form that he has, it says for the short-term loan that taken by the farmers. Now, short-term loans are not 22 lakhs. Now, there is a perception he has created that Qarz Maafi he is doing for everybody. Now, that's the kind of perception he built upon through the, well, I would say the local regional medias and all, everybody, and they played to his because...
Why? What I don't understand is that why was BJP not able to reach out to the regional media? BJP is a strong force at the center, and even at the state, the party is not that weak.
Well, and in the beginning only I said there was a weakness, I did admit that there was something, or I would say our weakness allowed that to happen. The opposition, if doesn't react, only in the last 6 months we have started reacting. So there has been a perception. Why? Why talk about yourself? You've just been here for 3-4 days. I've been here for almost 3 months. But before coming here, I always thought that yes, he's done too much. These are schemes which we are doing it. I've heard and I've read the Niti Aayog report, and because I was involved in the planning commission side of the UP also, so I read the report about this, that he's got a scheme called Gothan. Now, Gothan is something which every village there should be. Nothing wrong, it's a scheme that every village has a place for the cows, cow sheds or something, and from there the cow dungs are collected, it keeps the village clean, he pays for that. Now, that remains only in the books when you come here and see. So, that has become into
You were saying that Gothan is a big scam.
It's a huge scam. And it's not that something BJP, everybody speaks about it now.
But what we are hearing that Bhupesh Baghel has almost appropriated the cow politics of BJP. He's made the rural women specially self-reliant because they form these self-help groups where they are making cow dung, cow urine and all that is being procured by the state government. That's what the impression is.
2018, there was a promise to the self-help groups.
Right.
Money to be given. Okay. Now, look at the reality of that. That same thing has been promised now and that hasn't been given to them. Rahul Gandhi comes and goes. He says in 2018, I will create 200 food parks. Please go around and tell me where is the one food park. Now they say we'll give you 700 food parks. Yesterday, Rahul Gandhi comes and says our purchase price would be 3,000 per quintal for the dhan also, or the rice, paddy I would say. And then that today, their chief spokesperson, media head, Jairam Ramesh comes and says, oh, we'll give 2,800. So in 24 hours, 200 rupees has come down. You can't lie together. Come on, at least learn to lie. But you don't even speak that properly. So these are things which are getting exposed during the elections. And it is reflecting on Bhupesh Baghel's body language also. You don't scold a media, a senior journalist for a national channel. You don't call them their BJP agents. You don't even know. First, if you think that's a BJP channel, then don't even go there.
But Sidharth, I really want to understand that why does BJP look like a late entrant? You said yourself that, there were certain weaknesses which the party didn't try to overcome earlier in the earlier stages. But what is the reason for that? You did perform well in the Lok Sabha elections after you got 15 seats in the last elections. BJP did win a sizable number of seats in Lok Sabha. But what was the regional unit of BJP doing all this while? You had a strong leader like Raman Singh. So what was the reason for this inertia in the BJP?
Well, I think that's an issue to be debated later. Today, everybody is working together. BJP has jumped from 15 seats to a fighting seats now. And trust me, as when I'm saying, it's going to be a close fight.
How close is it going to be when you say it's a close fight?
Well, it will be nail biting and you would love that. So I think all channels are going to be focusing on Chhattisgarh rather than any other place. Right. So I can assure you it's going to be a close fight and we have a great chance of winning Chhattisgarh as I speak. But over the period, I'm sure we still have about 3 weeks to go. 20 seats, we are quite confident that we are taking a lead from here. And
20 as in you're talking about the first phase, 20 seats.
First phase, which any media would also speak. So we are taking a good lead here. Now that's a trend and a wave that will continue. Right. And when we go into onto the 17 for the 70 balanced seats, and I'm quite confident with areas like Sarbujas and all, that's going to go in our favor. Even the Deputy CM is saying that out of 14 seats, 3-4 will win. The rest I don't know. So that's the language they're speaking.
But out of these 20 seats you're talking about, which are going to polls in the first phase, from where does this hope stem? Are you banking on the resentment which is setting in against the Baghel government as far as the tribal population is concerned?
You see, I keep saying it. Congress government came into power due to our anti-incumbency. We were incumbent government that time. And now we are going to ride over Congress not due to anti-incumbency. We will be riding over because there were false promises made, unfulfilled promises, and also the various scams that the government has delivered. Niti Aayog praised your Gothan, but Niti Aayog didn't say that you do a scam in it. So similarly, they have done many things. There is excise policy, 2,000 crores have been there, coal scam is there. So there's anything you open a any cupboard, there's a tumbling of scams coming out. So that is how we are going to be riding over them.
Do you, despite, you're saying that there are multiple scams in the state, but you do admit the fact, will you not admit that had BJP risen much earlier, probably these scams or these corruption cases would have been dealt with more aggressively?
Well, I don't have a habit of crying over the spilled milk. I don't cry. What we have to fight, and we have fought well in last 3 to 4 months. All our units, all our leaders are working together, and that's the only reason why we are in the fight. It's going to be a close fight. That's why I say.
People are saying that Raman Singh was sleeping all this while, and he became active only in the last few months.
They're saying he's active now, na?
He is active, but he was inactive few months back.
Again, I'm saying, you may go in any direction to ask me that question. But my answer would be, I don't cry over the spilled milk. And none of us should do it. As a human being also, we must move on. And we are moving on collectively with a focused political narrative, and we will achieve what we wish to achieve.
So, yeah, you would agree or disagree with the people who are saying that BJP looks like a demoralized force in Chhattisgarh?
Well, certainly not. I will never agree with anybody that we are a demoralized force. We are in a high spirits, and people, even our distribution of tickets have been fantastic. They were all saying that we are going to fight with the old guards. Out of 90, 49% are the new faces. Congress is given 21% out of 90. That's the difference. So we are not with the old faces. We are with the new faces who don't carry any baggage, and that's the advantage that we lead.
People, the local journalists, the political commentators are also saying that PM Modi is not a factor at all in Chhattisgarh. And the BJP is on a weak footing as far as the leadership is concerned. What would you have to say to this?
Well, the Congress started by saying, Bhupesh Baghel pe bharosa hai. We believe in Bhupesh Baghel. Please show me one ad where they're continuing it with Bhupesh Baghel pe bharosa hai. Now it is Congress pe bharosa hai. So they have let go their own leader. Hear me out. We from day one have said, it's a collective. We never said so-and-so is our, we're going to fight on their face. And anybody can say about anything about Modi ji that, opposition has a habit of saying that. But we all know the rating and the popularity of Modi ji. I don't need to vouch for that.
No, but when I was coming to your office, I came across an interesting hoarding. It was a big hoarding right in the middle of the main crossing of the city in Raipur, which said that 15 saal ka BJP ka daman, which is pitted against 5 saal ka Bhupesh ka bharosa. That is what the hoarding said. I think somewhere very close by. That's the kind of billboard which they have put.
They may have put, first opposition, it's an opposition billboard. It won't be ours.
No, of course.
Obviously, when we speak, we'll be speaking in a different way. So you're clever journalists, you will understand that. Now, this is exactly what I'm saying. Now, please, after that hoarding, please show me other hoardings. That's a very good thing that hoarding is still on. Now, even their ads are not speaking about it. So you have proven my point. At least you have seen that.
Yeah, I just saw that.
So you have seen that. Now they don't. You go and see other billboards or the hoardings on the billboard, and you will see that the Congress doesn't say Congress. Even the ads running on the television, they say Congress pe bharosa hai.
But who's going to be, supposing if the BJP comes to power, BJP does well, who's going to be your CM face, or you wouldn't declare it before?
I don't think I have the power even to or even think about it. There's a leadership, which is a Central Election Committee, Parliamentary Board. They decided, and you know the practice, it will be done through that channel.
But your tallest leader in Chhattisgarh is Raman Singh, BJP leader.
Certainly, he has been, he was the Chief Minister for 15 years. He has actually done well for the state. It is just the people or the voters, they want a change. And so they try to, look for something else. They decided for the Congress. But over the period, he is the one who has created with a vision even the new Raipur.
But certainly Raman Singh is not sulking for coming in late into the campaign fray.
He's very active. I don't. This is exactly why. Why should you? I don't think under the leadership of Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, BJP starts thinking of what has happened or not happened. We think about it and then correct ourselves and we move forward. And that's what we are doing about.
Okay, so one final question to you. How many seats are you realistically expecting to come out of Chhattisgarh?
We are 90 seats. When I say close fight, so close fight means you understand where do we land.
Could also be a hung assembly.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. People of this country are now very clever. They don't wish to have a hung assembly anymore. And that trend will not be seen. And you must remember, we started from 15. And even now, the best of our adversaries do say that, oh, you will come to 30, 35. And you may have heard that also. Okay? That in itself proves that the BJP is on the upswing. A good psephologist will explain to you. That means if we are gaining, let's say, 20 odd seats, so Congress, that 20 odd seats must have come down from 70 to 50. So once they are on the downswing during the election process, it speaks volumes where we can go.
One last question which I missed asking you was that, there is a feeling that Baghel has appropriated your Hindutva agenda. Baghel has adopted the politics around Ram because of the Ram Vangaman and statues of Lord Ram being erected. The BJP basically is disrobed of its entire, narrative around nationalism because it is juxtaposed with the Chhattisgarh pride. Cow politics are appropriated by Baghel. Then things around the Ram politics. Has that all been adopted by the Baghel government, really?
Well, again I said, he may have a good scheme. BJP will not oppose anything on Lord Ram. We are not Congress. If it is happening, we are very happy about it. We are very happy if you are going to respect and give, schemes for the cows also. But when you do a scam under that, that's what we are going to expose. So our idea is not, I will say everybody should think about it.
But that hasn't blunted BJP's narrative in any way, you see.
We are happy that people now, the political parties are being forced because of BJP to follow. And secondly also, people do talk about the double standards of Mr. Baghel, which perhaps coming from, Delhi, you don't know about it. I also didn't know. But his father, whose name he has written on the election form, is a strong critic of Sanatan Dharma, and he accuses, and there are recordings of Lord Ram, that he accuses Lord Ram. And it's not in very simple terms. I can't even use that. No. And there are recordings which is running like hell in the social media.
No, but if these recordings do exist in the social media, so is BJP making hullabaloo about it?
It was running before also, na? Okay. So why should we? So there is already a belief that the reason why Baghel is doing this is because he feels that I will be able to snatch from BJP this Hindutva plan. So public is understanding this from very long time. We didn't need to do anything. When I came here, they also said, "Ye dongi hai." The public said, "He's a dongi." So when public is saying that, right, so why should I even think about it? So that's a win-win for us.
Right. Okay, so win-win for us. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best, Sidharth. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this interview, subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned to The Federal. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to The Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.